Hello everybody. Welcome to the first update of 2026 with the Year of the Clockwork Knight update. This patch brings us a brand new seasonal Lunar New Year event all about horses, princesses and chivalry. But as well as that update, we got a massive change for all of the Clockwork enemies that changes their attacks around and opens up their potential to be very potent allies, as well as some strongly needed changes towards lunar vultures, and an entire system based on luck. Let's have a quick dive on in. First of all, log in during this update to get yourself the horseshoes, which yes, do actually change your footstep noises when equipped. As well as that, you'll cop yourself a lovely new axe skin just in time for Valentine's Day, all free. There's also a new Twitch drop available for a cool Mothman themed lantern, as well as the introduction of a new skin set, the Lush Collection, featuring skins for Wilson, Willow, Maxwell, Weber, and Winona. Lovely stuff all around. But you're not here for the skins, you're here for robot horses. Yes! To start your robot horse adventure, you gotta make yourself a shrine dedicated to the festivities out of some gold and wood, and then offer it up some gears, electrical doodads, or frazzled wires to activate it. It'll then let you craft all sorts of offerings, but those are gonna need lucky gold nuggets. Let's go find some. A first for this event is that one of the hecklers from Charlie's stage will come and visit you on occasion, and chuck you a playbill for a brand new play. Take that over to the stage and you'll notice that it's all dressed up for the season. And then you'll be attacked by a bunch of briarhounds that'll drop a bunch of stuff. This is a lot to take in all at once, so please bear with me. Those briarhounds will drop the princess outfit. This outfit, unlike the other costumes, offers a slight amount of defense, but also has the added side effect of summoning an entourage of Clockwork Lancing Knights to follow you around, so as long as you have the head item on. The second you try to take that hat off, they will try to beat you up, and do a really good job at it, since these guys are really tough. They'll employ charging attacks as well as their typical knight headbutt, and are way more durable than you'd expect. In fact, they're able to solo some early game bosses all on their own. Be careful that the princess outfit does not break, however, since whilst it does offer middling protection, it will take damage if you take damage, and once it's broken, those knights will not be loyal anymore. If you do end up losing your princess outfit, you can find a replacement set by using the usual briarhound mounds that spawn the standard costumes, just check there every few days. The princess outfit can also be used to actually act out the stage play we came here for, but it's nothing more than a nice bit of thematic dressing, no huge lore reveals here. Possibly at least. Maybe Charlie has 4 knights that we don't know about. You ain't wearing this armor for the drama, you're wearing it for these guys. They are seriously such a potent companion to have on at any time. If the knights bound to the outfit do end up dying, they will respawn a few days later, just keep putting it on to check every now and then. But say those knights do eventually meet their maker. Then, you'll have access to even more new items. First of all is a lance, a long-range stabbing weapon that deals tentacle spike damage and can even perform an AoE charging attack. An incredibly strong weapon all around that you can get for pretty much nothing. And if that wasn't enough, you'll also be able to cop the knight armor. A full set of armor boasting fuel sight levels of defense, and also looks really bloody cool at the same time. Finally, you'll also score yourself some golden horseshoes. What do these do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Ladies and gentlemen, Don't Starve Together now has a fully dedicated luck system. Pretty much anything and everything in the game dictated by luck, such as monster drops, hound attacks, and even things like fortuitous rabbit spawns, are now influenced by an internal luck stat. These horseshoes will simply increase your luck whilst held, making the better events more likely to happen, and the not so good events less likely to happen. This whole system is very in-depth, and I'm not going to go fully in detail today, since it's still not fully clear to me and would take a whole video to explain that I am not the guy for. Eventually Wes will factor into this luck system too further down the line, but stuff like the Princess Armor and the Knight Armor affect luck negatively and positively themselves when worn. It's a really deep system, and most likely confirms that Wes is getting his insight tree next update, dude, trust me. Phew. So that's the princess outfit, the knight, and all the stuff that they drop. Let's go back to that shrine we made to look at even more fun seasonal stuff. Clay really took their time with this update. First up, the Shtick Horse. It's a hand slot item that functions as a walking cane, buffing your movement speed but in a slightly more unique way. Instead of just having more speed overall, you'll slowly gain more speed the longer you run, but if you turn too harshly, you will fall over and lose all of that speed. You can also crash into things as well, be them structures or other players, and it will also cause you to fall over and even damage what you hit. You can reach some impressive speeds with this thing, and it having downsides is a really fun little change for a movement speed item. But what's better than a speed buff? The Rocking Mare Kit. A structure that lets you rock back and forth on a cute little wooden horse. Lovely. But there is also a new lantern type added, the Sky Lantern. This is released and launched into the air, functioning as a mix between a flare and a torch that kinda just wobbles around on its own, slowly drifting around the world as it illuminates an area below it. It could be useful in a pinch if stuff gets dark, but it's more so suited for the festivities. I appreciate the effort put into them. Finally, you can make all the typical evergreen stuff available in every other Year of event, including the Jubilantern post from the Year of the Depthsworm. These things rock, and I am so glad that they're evergreen now. Overall, this Year of event is jam-packed with content, both functional and silly. No fully fledged mini-games this time around, but content like this is always welcome. However, there is still a lot more to this update. So we got a taste of the new Clockwork changes with the event, but this update is more than just a bit of seasonal stuff. Clockworks overall got some big changes all around in this patch. First of all, they are now all incredibly vulnerable to electricity damage. A few patches ago we got changes to buff lightning damage, and we got yet another one with this update. Clockworks, when hit, will endure a very lengthy stun whenever they get zapped, giving all of the electrical items in the game even more of a power-up than they already had. What a time to be alive. This makes Clockworks so much easier to fight, definitely bring some with you if you're going into the ruins. As well as that, the Clockworks got their hitboxes tweaked for their attacks, making them slightly more predictable to dodge, except for the Bishop, who now has an entirely different attack. Instead of a weird lightning ball that you had to trickily dodge or just take to the face, they now employ an AoE lightning blast on you that you can easily avoid just by keeping yourself moving. However, it will do electrical damage in an area, so it will have the standard electrocution penalties towards you, but is way easier to dodge than the original lightning ball attack, and gives them way more identity than they had before. Seriously, I love this change, especially when you consider what you can do with these guys now. So let's say you're not big on the whole fighting Clockworks thing. Maybe you're more so about that pacifist playthrough life. Well, much like how you could repair Clockworks in the ruins with gears, you can now befriend any Clockwork, even the ones on the surface, to make them your ally permanently. They'll loyally follow you around, attack what you attack, and even remember you if you travel between the caves. This, combined with the new Bishop's AoE attack and improved hitboxes, means a Clockwork army is now a very viable source of protection, especially the royal ones from the princess outfit. And if they couldn't get any better, tamed Clockworks will now slowly repair themselves over time when not in combat, to ensure they won't break eventually, so long as you pace your battles. Oh my god, do I love this new system. But what if you don't have any Clockworks on the surface because you hunted them to extinction? Well, now you can just hammer a marble sculpture of any of the 3 Clockworks during a full moon, not a new one, that'll summon demons, to spawn their respective Clockwork for the low price of some marble chunks. Absolutely lovely stuff all around that 100% confirms we're getting WX's Insight Tree next update, dude, trust me. But one more change before we wrap up this update spotlight. Wigfrid can now drink tea. Game changer. But also, Lunar Buzzard's got a nerf. Lots of people don't like these guys, and for a valid reason, and this update should hopefully fix that. Now, their fire breath attack lasts for a much shorter duration, although they will now make slippery ground. They should also overall just not circle you forever anymore, and if you want to take matters into your own hand, you can now do something really cool and shoot a flare off into the sky to knock them down and stun them, letting you take care of them literally risk-free. I've been pushing for an ability to shoot flares at Buzzards for a long time now, so I'm super glad it's finally here. Hopefully these changes are enough to make these guys less of an ache. And that is the contents of the Year of the Clockwork Knight update. Quite a sizable event, some significant clockwork changes, and nerfs to the most annoying enemy in the game. A good update all around with changes in multiple corners of the game. I'm really looking forward to doing a playthrough with nothing but robot armies to fight for me. What do you guys think about this update? What's your favourite part about it? Let me know in the comments down below. As for now though, cheers for watching everybody. Happy new horse year. Take care. Bye bye.